Good evening. From tonight, 3 days of heat warnings lie ahead for the bulk of the UK, culminating in potentially record-breaking temperatures. Forecasters say it's a heat wave unprecedented in its dangers, with thousands of lives at risk. The government held a meeting of its Cobra Emergency Committee today as people were warned against travel, against overexertion and against complacency. Neil Connery has the latest.
Bracing for extreme and potentially record-breaking heat. With temperatures set to build from tomorrow, the UK has its first ever red extreme heat warning. After chairing the government's emergency committee, the minister responsible said the vulnerable must be a priority.
There are particularly vulnerable groups who will need us all to look out for them. So critically, the elderly, very often living alone, and very small infants who are particularly prone to being affected by this kind of heat.
NHS leaders gearing up for the extreme heat say patients shouldn't be left in ambulances outside hospital for more than 30 minutes. Milton Keynes University Hospital said routine outpatient appointments and surgery aren't going ahead on Monday and Tuesday. Across the country, people are being urged to take care.
The big message is to take it easy. Nobody has to be out in this heat, which has been the national warning, in fact, particularly between 11 and 3, when the sun is at its strongest. We all need to be wearing a hat, drinking plenty of water.
Schools are being urged to do whatever is necessary by the government. Some are closing, but this North London primary is confident it can continue in its coolest classrooms with extra measures.
We have decided to keep the blinds lowered at all times. We've also got the windows open to create through draft. We've bought some new fans, which are in place in all the classrooms. We encourage every child to bring a water bottle.
The RAC says it's expecting many more breakdowns and advises drivers to plan their journeys carefully. Doctors warn that even dark skin will burn in these conditions and everyone should wear sunscreen. And the RSPCA recommends avoiding walking dogs in the sun. It's safer first thing in the morning or after dusk. Network Rail is painting some tracks white to absorb less heat. People are being warned only to travel if necessary on Monday and Tuesday and to prepare for disruption because of speed restrictions. What we are facing here is unprecedented. It's over a large area. We are talking not just about record daytime temperatures being forecast here, but also record nighttime temperatures being forecast. Here in London, for instance, on Monday night at 10 p.m, the temperature is forecast to be a staggering 31 degrees Celsius. It is the intensity and duration of this extreme heat combined that is going to present so many problems for so many people. We are entering uncharted territory here.
Thank you, Neil. And you can hear more about how to cope with the heat in the latest episode of our ITV News podcast, What You Need to Know. ITV weather presenter Lucy Verisami covers what's causing the heat wave, what measures are being taken and what you can do to keep cool. Find it wherever you get your podcasts. Well, Transport for London is telling customers to only make essential journeys on Monday and Tuesday when temperatures are expected to peak. It warned that tube and train speed restrictions will mean a reduced service, longer journeys and disruption is expected. Well, the dry conditions this week have led to an increase in call-outs for the fire service. It's why Essex County Fire and Rescue Service is urging people to avoid having bonfires or campfires and to be careful of barbecues and cigarette ends. As you can imagine, being a firefighter in this weather has its own challenges too.
Unfortunately, I've got my shirt and my trousers on underneath as well, so it's incredibly hot, but what we do is we make sure that we can do everything we can to make sure that our crews are supported, that we've got plenty of bottled water on the incident ground, and it's just about sort of hydrating and sort of staying in the shade where possible.
And the soaring temperatures heading here are already scorching parts of Europe where they've led to numerous wildfires. France, Spain and Portugal have been badly hit by the fires. Temperatures have reached 45 degrees in some places. In Portugal alone, fires have forced more than 10,000 people from their homes.